Today we're going to talk about the #1 top multivitamin mineral product in the world, okay? Now I'm not going to tell you the brand name because you could look this up online and find it very easily. But I just find this very, very interesting. Here we have the #1 top selling multivitamin mineral. They make just under $200 million a year, and it's all synthetic. They use mostly elemental minerals, okay? Those are minerals that don't really absorb that well. They're very inexpensive, and they are definitely not plant sources. Elemental minerals are usually in the soil. The plant grabs them, converts them to a different type of mineral that's easier to absorb in our bodies. So anytime you're using elemental minerals, you're using minerals that are more designed for plants than humans. And so if you're consuming an elemental mineral, the absorption of it is going to be a lot less, so you're not going to get very much of it in your body. Now, the same thing goes with synthetics. You're not going to absorb the same amount. Synthetics are not the same form that comes from nature. All right, let's start with the first ingredient, calcium carbonate. What you should know about the first ingredient of most products, it usually encompasses the majority of that product. So if they have calcium carbonate as the first ingredient, it's probably the majority of this product. And this is why when you lift up the bottle of this supplement, it feels like a paperweight. It's very, very heavy because calcium carbonate is a rock. It does not get absorbed in your body very well, and I never recommend it. All right, then we have magnesium oxide. That's an elemental mineral. Then we have ascorbic acid, which is a synthetic vitamin C, but it's really just one part of the vitamin C complex, and they make it from sulfuric acid and cornstarch. Yeah. Then you have DL-alpha tocopherol acetate. This is a synthetic version of vitamin E. It's not the whole complex, it's just one part of the vitamin E complex. Then you have cyanocobalamin, which is the synthetic version of B12. Then you have thiamine mononitrate, the synthetic version of B1. Then you have zinc oxide, which out of all the zinc forms is the most insoluble form. So it's not going to absorb very well in your body compared to all these other forms. Now, there are many other ingredients of this product, but I didn't want to overwhelm you with more synthetics. But on top of these vitamins and minerals, they had to add these other ingredients. Cornstarch, modified cornstarch, maltodextrin, BHT, which is a preservative, polyethylene glycol, titanium oxide. Now, why in the world would they add titanium oxide? Titanium oxide is what they use in varnishes, paints, plastics, rubber. Well, they mainly use it as a whitener to take out the colors of these ingredients. So then they can add the artificial colorings in there. That would be the red 2 lake, red 40, yellow 6 lake to make it a certain color so it's standardized. Because they know that what's important to you is the color more than the ingredient. Now, the problem with titanium oxide is that there are two major organizations, IARC, that states that this is a possible carcinogen, and then you have another organization, the EFSA, said that it's not safe in food sources. Here you have a multivitamin product that is the top selling product, but to me it's not even a true multivitamin mineral. It's some artificial thing that's resembling a multivitamin mineral. So what does it tell me? It tells me that either advertising works or people do not know the difference between authentic ingredients and synthetic and artificial ingredients. And I think it's more of the latter simply because if someone really understood the difference, even if there was great advertising, people wouldn't buy it. Now, I am not biased of my products. That was sarcasm, but I want to show you something. Just from this product right here, Keto Energy, I want to show you where the vitamin B2 comes from. The B2 comes from broccoli. The B3 comes from tomato. The vitamin B5 comes from shiitake mushrooms. So it actually comes from food. So the problem with vitamin manufacturing companies is that it's just expensive. In order to get vitamin B1, for example, from a food source, you have to have like 300 milligrams of a certain material to make 1 milligram of a natural vitamin, okay? That is the problem. It's the cost. And synthetic vitamins, and very few people know this, are 80% times less expensive than natural vitamins. Now let me show you another one right here. Cruciferous product, okay? All right, we have organic freeze-dried beetroot, organic freeze-dried Brussels sprouts, organic freeze-dried collard green, organic freeze-dried garlic, and the list goes on and on and on. So the first is the cost of the actual vegetable, okay, because someone has to grow it. Then you have the form of the vegetable, which has a certain cost, freeze-dried. That's more expensive than another type of form. Then you have the cost of the quality, organic, which is a lot more expensive than the conventional. So what you need to know is that synthetic is not the same as from a food source, okay? It's very different. In nature, vitamins come in very different complexes. They don't come in individual fractions of vitamins. Vitamins from nature have no chemical residues. And so in summary, when you're buying a vitamin, always read the back of the label. Read not only the data on the supplement facts, but the actual ingredients too. And if you can't pronounce these words, then you pretty much know that they're synthetic. Hey, before you go, if you're benefiting from any of my content, I would love to hear about your success story. Please share it in the link down below.